Okay, so next we are going to talk about the delegate pattern. So what are the delegate? So all the time you see since day one we learned about the we didn't learn, we just use it. We set the what the table view dot delegate equal to cells. So delegate, what is that? What in your mind when you say something like delegate? Huh? Any idea? Like delegate means you ask someone else to do something for you. You don't want to do that one, you ask someone else to do that one for you, right? So we are going to talk about that one in next, and then this will be the second part of the Yelp. So this is what I already implement the second one. So just take a look on this one to see to get the idea first. So this is the table view we implemented before, same thing, right? But when you click on the filter, so I implemented the filter function here. So when you click on the filter, it will list a bunch of the categories, and then for example, I say I want to search for the American. I check on this one, something like that. When I check this one, I click search. It will reload the table for me, reload the data for me, and it will load the. See here, now all the category will be it match with my filter. Say I want to search for the American news, right? So how are we going to do that? We need to somehow get the data from the filter view controller. This one we call the filter view controller, right? And pass this data back to the business view controller, right? In which one, what you learned is you pass the data from the first view controller to the second view controller, right? You pass the movie to the next view controller to show the detail of that movie, right? This one another way around. You want to send the data from the second view controller. Hey, I say, hey, I select the American news, I select the Argentina, and then I just load the new information for me, right? So how are we going to do that? Let's get back to our code. This one, the Yelp starter. Okay, smaller. So what we need to do is to add a new view controller, right? So just add a new view controller here, and what we want is when I click on, I tap on this, it will be header view, the filter button here. How do we create that one? So I embedded this one into the navigation controller, right? It will drop this one a little bit. We have this one will be the navigation bar here. So I add the the bar button. Yeah, okay. So we have here the bar button. I drag this one in and put here. Say this one will be the okay, right? And then when I click on this one, it will go to this one, right? But then on this one, you don't have the bar, the navigation bar here. So I also embedded this one into the navigation controller. So same thing, we will have the navigation bar here. I do that step just to create the navigation bar. So I can add the button here. So when this one will be back, right, and then this one will be search. So either I go to the filter page, and I change my mind, I go back, and I can click on this one, I go back, right? Or I click on search, it will reload the new thing for me. From the filter to this one, how are we going to do? Click on this one and control drag to the next view controller. So what we want to do is, last time we do the show, right? Show means it will be from the right to the left. This time we do the modularly. So I just present modularly. So it will be show from the bottom to up, right? And then we create a new view controller. I call this one UI view controller. Filter view controller, create. Okay, so on the main storyboard, we will associate this one with the filter view controller. Okay, and then just try to write the code for the pack and the shot. Just quick one. This was so low. So remember to set this one to be the automatic, and then you don't need this one, just delete it. Okay, so what happens when we click back? So we want to create the action, right, not the outlet, and this action for the power button. So on back, what do we do? So just dismiss. I do nothing. When just tap on back, it just dismiss. Remember before when you do the movie one, this already have the back button for you. You didn't do anything, right? When you drag in the navigation bar, it already had the back button. You just tap on that one, it will go back. But in this case, because we didn't do the when we create the segue from here to here, you choose the modularly. So when you do the modularly, you need to implement the function for you. Go back to this one. So animation, yes, I want animation. Completion, no, nothing. Okay, so similar to the search, I want to create an action for this one and on search. Okay, so for now I just dismiss it. I haven't write anything. So either I click on back or search, just dismiss everything. So we click on the filter, go here, go back, or click on filter and search. So same, nothing happened. I haven't written anything here. So just we do it later. But what happened here? We have anyone encounter this one during the assignment one? And what did you do? I didn't see any question asking about this one. You see a blank gap on the top of the table view. So what happened is that if you want to remove that gap, you click on this one. Where is it? Okay, you click on that view controller and then on the not the first, which one? The 4 one. Okay, this one. You just uncheck this one. Adjust scroll view inset. So you should remove this one. It go back to normal. Are you able to fix that one, or you just let it there? Okay, so you didn't. Yeah, this is how you remove that gap. Okay, so now we are going to. So when before it didn't have that gap, right? But when you put the navigation bar here, it create a gap here, and then that inset will be the same height with the gap. If you remove this one, it should be okay. But if you have that navigation bar, it will create gap. That one. Just disable it. So we just create the filter view controller, and then how we going to get the list of the category. So if you go back to the core portal, you the category, where is it? Yep, API, yep. Just search for that one, category. Okay. If you click on this one, you will go to the link, have the categories. So it will list out all the categories of the Yelp. So this is how you communicate with the Yelp API. So then this one is what you have an dictionary, right? We have a name, and this is the value for the name, and then the code, and this is the code. So you use the name to display for the user, and we use the code to communicate with the Yelp API. So later I will show that one. For now, just show you where you can get the categories. But let's get back to the filter view controller. What you want, also a table view, right? So I will do just one quickly. So table view, same thing here. I disable this one, and I want the table view to be 0 to everything. The constraint will be 0 to everything, right? Right. I think I didn't uncheck the right. You see it had the margin here. I think I didn't uncheck that one. It had a margin here. So let me delete that one. I will delete those constraints and create again because I don't want the margin. If you click on the ruler, you still see some blue line, meaning it still has some constraint. Oh, that faster. I don't want the margin. I want this one to be 0 to everything. Okay, cool. And then we have the cell. And what do we have on the cell? Will be the label, right? And then the switch button, right? Okay. So maybe go. I want to set the label to be like, so I had the margin like 30 pixels on the left, and I say I want it to be in the center of the vertically center. So meaning it will be in the middle of the row on the vertical direction. And same thing for this one. I set this one to be same level, and this should have some gap like 30 on the right. Okay, so that's just quickly do the auto layout for the filter view. Should be easy. Then you create a table view cell. What do we have here? Will be the I call that one the switch cell. Switch cell. Okay. So we had the switch cell. We want to set this one. Table view cell. The class is the switch cell, and the reused identifier is switch cell. Okay. So what we need to do is to create an outlet for this one, right? We want to create an outlet for the table view. So in the filter view controller, right? Create an outlet for this one, and then we on the switch cell, same thing. We will set the outlet for this is we call the category label. Okay, and then create the outlet for this one. It's called switch button. Okay, after this one, same thing. Table view dot data source. Table view dot delegate. Right. Then you need to do two things. Filter UI table view data sort and UI table view delegate, right? Okay, so how many number of row? A number of row in section, return what, and then cell for row, this one. So here for the number of row, we need to go back to the here, just copy. It's be a very long list, just copy and then put it in your code, put it on the very top. Okay, then we return the category. What's the name? The category dot count. Okay, and here let's cell equal to table. I think the autocomplete didn't work. I don't know why. When I paste in the very long list like this one, it doesn't work. I just try to remove this one to see. Just make the list shorter. How can we do without the autocomplete? Dot what? DQ is we try to with this one with it. Open again. I know sometimes just some reason it just stop working. How it work now? No, it's still not working. What do we do is we just copy this list, right? We did create the outlet for table view, but then after we paste in the very long list and then it's what? It just crashed. It's not my app crash, that's Xcode. Okay, try again one more time. Dot no ignore really. I know. Come on. Okay. Be nice. Switch cell, right? And then ask we got this one to be the switch cell. And then return the cell. We need to set something here, but just return the cell first. Okay, let's try to run and see what happened. Okay, so when you click on the filter, see, I forget to set the cell dot what that category label, right, equal to categories, and then index path dot row, and what we need to use is the name, right? So this one we need to cast this one into string. No, not this one. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't think we need to cast it. Okay, so when we clear on filter, we should have the list of the filter, the categories, right? Look at this. So now it's on the switch is on. We don't want that, right? Why it's on? By default it should be off, like what I show in the demo app, right? And then for example, I switch off the first row. So look at it. I just switch off the first row, and then when I scroll up, what happened? The barbecue one. See, I turn it off. No, right? And then if I keep scrolling up, oh again the burger. I didn't uncheck this one. So what happened? Anyone get any idea? Yeah. So the reason is what I use the DQ one. So if I turn off this one, and then when I scroll this one up, this one go off the screen. It will remove the memory for this one, and the next cell, the next one to be shown up will be reuse the memory from the first cell. That's why you see it reuse the thing. Then we need to somehow to control this one. That's the normal behavior because we use the DQ thing. But that's one we don't want, right? Okay, so get back to this one. We need something to control that. So I say for the switch state. This one will be the dictionary of integer and then boolean. Okay, so I set the dictionary of this one, and I say I will use this variable to store the state of the switch. Okay, so where are we? Let's go back to this one. So on the switch cell, let's write some code for this one to trigger when we toggle the switch. Open the main storyboard, and then here. Okay, so let's set this one to automatic and the switch cell. So I want to write some code for this action. So this will be action and then on switch. Okay, so what we want to do here, just try to print switch change to, and then what is switch button? Where is sender dot is on? Is it on? It's on or on? The new switch 3 is on. Before I see this word only on. Okay. So I just print this one to see what happened when we toggle the switch. Okay, I click on the filter, and then if you look at this one, the switch changed to phone, the switch changed to true. So maybe it can capture this event, right? But we didn't show the thing that we disable this one. It's still something like this. So we need to show that one, and we have the switch state here, right? And in this one, we need to set the cell dot what the switch button, right? And then dot is on equal to what? The switch the switch state, what index path.row, right? Something like this. But then what happens if when we set this one, by default is not in here in this dictionary, right? I create an empty dictionary here. So if you run this will crash because not in here, right? So we need to check that one. So we say if the switch state of the right, if this one is not new, then we set that one, right? And else by default it should be phone 8 phones, something like this, right? Let's say here the index bar, right? Okay, so let's run this one and see. When we click on the filter, so you see by default everything is off, right? This is phone. So when I switch this one on, it say hey, I switch this one to true, and I scroll up, nothing else, just only one thing, because now we have the switch state to store the value of the switch, right? Okay, so show you one thing. This one is file slide. If we do something like this, just try to clean the code. Okay, so this just single line is equivalent to this 5 lines. So what does it mean here? So I will try to assign this value to this one. If this one is not new, you had the double question mark here. So meaning if you fail to assign this one, meaning this one new or something, and you just by default set it to false. So this is how you can clean the code. It's cleaner now. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the delegate button. All the time we didn't talk about that one, right? So the delegate button. So we have the we say protocol. Okay, it's not me. It's not here. We should do it from the switch cell. Okay, protocol. So what we try to do is that when I switch the switch button here, it means that hey, you see this one, everything is still within the scope of the switch cell here, right? How can you let the filter table view know that hey, something just changed from the scope of the filter view controller from here? How can you let the filter view controller know hey, your cell just changed, right? For now we just able to know that hey, just something changed, but within this scope only, right? We need to somehow let the filter view controller know that one. So to do that we have this one. So the protocol, by the naming convention, you will have the same name of the class, and then you add the delegate, right? So you remember something like the UI table view delegate or UI collection view delegate. So the same naming convention, it will be the first thing will be always the same, and the second thing is you should add in the delegate. Okay. So here you need to implement the function, and then again the function, the naming convention again, just copy the same name, but you change this one to be the lowercase, and then within this parameter, the first parameter will be the switch cell of type switch cell, and then I say this change value. The second parameter is up to you, but this one I say this change value, and I set value is pooling, and then but there it is it return here. So what do we return here? So return type of the delegate. I forget what it is. Change value and then wait a second. We need to set the nodes. It's just a function we didn't. Sorry, wrong one. Just specify the function. No need to add anything here. Okay, sorry. And then for the delegate, one thing is that not all the time we need the delegate, so we want to specify this delegate to be optional. Okay, because not all the time we want to use this one, but then Xcode will complain. They say the optional only can apply for the Objective-C thing, and then for that one to say Object-C here, and also the Object-C here, so it should be happy. Is it not happy? Okay. So we create a variable here called delegate of the type of the switch cell delegate. So why we had a quick here? Later, this is the very long article. This one on the slide. Later you can read about that one, but it's just for. So we have this one. We have something called strong with an unknown reference. So that's one for the memory management as well. So later you can read on that one. It's quite long, but in short, it's for memory management. Where am I? Okay. So this one, because we say this one is optional, right? So I just put the question mark here. Maybe it can be new. And what we do is that when I switch this one, I trigger something here and I say delegate dot switch cell, and then I return here is cell, and then the value will be the sender dot is on. Okay, that's one thing. And then remember when we do something from the table view, you need to set something like the UI table view, the table view dot delegate equal to cell, right? So it will be similar here. Set the cell dot delegate, and then also equal to cell. And then what will happen? It will complain is the cell is what cell is the filter view controller. Cell filter views controller have nothing to do with the switch cell delegate, right? So you need to inherit this one from the switch cell delegate, right? So you will be happy here. Okay, and then similar to when you did with the table view. So what you need to do, you need to implement that protocol, right? So we have the protocol from the switch cell here. Need to go back to this one and do switch. Okay, so here the protocol. You need to implement this one. So what we want to do here is to update the switch state, right? Switch state of something here. So how do we know which row we are selecting, which row we are switching, right? So let index path equal to table view. So it has something like this. Dot index path table view dot index path for. Okay, and what is the cell? So you should put here the hanging the switch cell. Okay, and then switch stay like in the path dot row, and then you go to value, something like that. Okay, me. And then how do we know this one is set correctly? Should try to bring something like the filter view controller got signal from switch cell. Yeah, something like that. To try to prove that see, I'm able to get something from the switch cell. Where is it? Okay. Okay, so I click on filter. See here. See it print out in the terminal here. It says filter view controller got a signal from the switch cell. Meaning I'm able to catch the signal from there and I'm able to save the new state into the switch state. Right? So the first thing, that's the first thing how are we able to get the signal from the switch cell to the filter view controller. We trigger that hey, I just change something from the switch cell. Let's update the switch state. And then the next step, we are going to pass the switch state to the this thing. Somehow we need to store the whole this dictionary and pass this one to the business view controller, right? So we are going to do the same thing. We create a delegate button for the filter view controller. So object C and then protocol. I should do it like this, protocol, and then this will show for me. Same thing, just copy this one, paste here, and then add in the delegate, right? And then this one will be the function. The function will be like this, lowercase, and then the we've had two parameters. The first one will be the filter view controller. This one's with lowercase, and then this one I say did update filter, and then we had the filters. The filter will be an array of string. Okay, and then now we had the JC. Yeah, so this one is whatever the name you want to name it, because later I will put here the filter the filter that's already updated. Like when you go back to the business here, you will have something like I just put it now. Okay, we have the filter view controller delegate, right? Then you have some like filter view controller and then did update filter. I had a new filter, it will be passed here. So this is the filter that we are looking for. It will, like just for example, if you look at this one, it's just some text to remind you what is that parameter mean. What parameter for? For example, this one is table view and then cell for row S. It's just English. You want to add whatever there is. It's easy for you to read later. It remind you. So in this case, I say this is the new filter made from there. So let me go back to implement that one first. So here you see it will have the filter will be an array of string, and then okay here right. We will need to get the filter here. When we click on search, we will need to pass the whole filter back to the business view controller, right? So what we do here, let's try to create a filter here. Go to string, okay, and then in switch state. So what was KVK, the key and value? So I say row and E selected. So this is how we look through the dictionary. So for each row in this switch state dictionary, and then the value is the e selected. So if e selected, meaning we only check whatever we turn it on before, right? So if e selected, what do we want to do? Filter dot append. So we append the what? The switch, the category, and row. Before we use name, right now we use the code. We don't want to use the name anymore, because the code is actually the one we use to communicate with the Yelp API. Okay, so this is how you look through the categories, sorry, not the category, the switch state, and then you know which one is on, which one you did turn on before, and then if that one turn on, you grab that one, you insert that one into the you append that one into the filter. Now you get the filter, right? And then what you want to do, if I did one more check here, so to check this one is if I select something, right? Only if we select something, then we do the update. If like I didn't select anything, but I just tap on shut, then no meaning, right? So if this one is filter.count is larger than 0, mean we selected something, and then we will pass this one to the I didn't create that's one, right? So quit again, quit var delegate, and it should be the filter delegate. Okay, so delegate dot filter. Okay, so again this one I put here cell, and then this update filter. So this is an array of string, right? So what we put here will be the filter. Okay, see, still follow too fast. Okay, so now we set the delegate here, and then we need to go back to the business view controller. Somehow we need to get the thing from the filter view controller to the business view controller, right? So where we are going to set the delegate, right? The delegate is a variable of the filter view controller, right? So from here, if we want to set the delegate, we need to somehow get access to the filter view controller. So where do we set that one? Remember the movie assignment, right? On the segway. So we are going to do the prepare for segway, and this code is actually in the S code 2x2, so you still see the prepare for segway here. But for S code 3, the script 3 it should be prepare, and then it move all the things into the parentheses. So just remove it. Okay, so the prepare for segway. Remember before, so what we do? We somehow need to get access to the filter view controller, right? But if you take a look on the main storyboard, after you go on the segway, what next? It should be the navigation controller, right? Before you don't have the navigation controller in the middle, it should go directly from the first view controller to the second view controller. Right? But now you have something in the middle, and then you need to get to that thing in the middle. So the navigation controller is equal to segway dot destination, right? And I cast this one into the navigation. Okay, I know for sure the destination of the segway is the navigation controller. It's always there, so that's why I'm confident to cast that one with the exclamation mark, right? And then we get the net filter view controller, How do we get to the filter view controller? Navigation controller and use this one, top view controller. Why I know that one is top? Because we only have one thing, only one on that view. You go back to the storyboard and you see after this navigation controller, so only one thing left is that's the filter view controller. So that's why I can say I get the top view controller. So and then this one we need to cast into the filter view controller, right? And then now we can set the filter view controller dot delegate. Now you're able to access this one, so you're able to set the delegate and then you set. Right. So here you get access to the filter view controller. You set the delegate for it. And because before I only implement this one, so it doesn't complain, right? If we didn't have the filter view controller delegate here, it will complain. Now okay, and then we implement the function, right? This protocol. Okay, so what we do here. So now we have the so look at this. Before we had something like this, business.search with term, and then we have blah, 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 something like this. You just search for the Thai restaurant and just display everything. But if you go back to the Yelp client, you can see there another function called search with term with more advanced parameter. You look at this one, you see it can search with the short mode. Short mode meaning if you want to search this one. And then the result you want to sort that one by the distance or by the review or something, then you can search. And then the categories, this is what we need. See, we had the category here. So I'll go back to the business view controller and we can do the same thing. We say business.search. No, business search. Okay, so we had two things. The first thing is the one we used when we first loaded the table, the symbol search, but we needed this one, the more advanced one with the category. So the term, for example, I still want to just search for Thai restaurant. The shop, just put it new for now. The category, this is where you put the filter. Okay, and the deal. I don't want a deal, just leave it there. So the business will be and then the error. Okay, so the code inside should be similar. I just copy this thing and put for the code inside. Just remove this. Okay. So here, take a look on this one more time. So we implement the protocol for the filter view controller delegate, meaning we need to somehow get some. Let's print something here. Meaning I get the information from the filter view controller, right? So I say I get the new filter from filter view controller to prove that hey I'm able to get here. And then okay, let's try to run. Right, so here it's still normal, and then when you click on filter, you turn on American New. Here say the filter view controller got the signal from the switch cell. That's the first delegate we implement, right? And then when we click search, okay. So now it say I get the new filter from filter view controller, meaning you're able to pass the new filter from the filter view controller going back to the business view controller. And then if you see here, it reload the thing, the American New, right? Okay. If you want to search for something else, for example, I say I'm looking for barbecue, search. So it's or some Vietnamese restaurant here. So it's low for the the new category of the barbecue. Okay, so that's how you do the delegate to pass the data. So you use the delegate button to pass the data from the second view controller back to the first view controller, right? So this is just the summary for the delegate button. So later I will update this one. This one is still in the S code 2.2, but I can boost the code for you, and then you can start from there. Whatever I just do the walkthrough in the class. Okay, so the difference between script 2.2 and script 3, that is, for script 3 it also requires the object C here. Script 2 it doesn't require, it's only one place here. But for 3 it's required. Okay, so that's it for today. Is there any question?